Bandit! Hi everybody, Debra here in Bandit, and I'm so glad that you are joining us on my channel again today. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing that, and if you like my videos, it would help me out a lot if you share. Today I am going to tell you Bandit's story because it occurs to me that many of you don't know his story, and he has some issues that we are working through. And I'm going to tell you what I'm doing about those issues. And it's important because we have a major road trip planned for 2020. And if you don't know his story and my story, it kind of won't make sense. So stay tuned. Bandit is 4 years old and he has had a rough life. I told part of his story in a video and you can click on that link up here. But today I'm going to share with you briefly his story and his issues and what I'm doing about them. And first of all, let me tell you that I have trained over probably 36 dogs, and I've done foster care, and I have worked for volunteer agencies including Rhodesian Ridgebacks of Texas, and I worked at a vet clinic. So I kind of know my stuff, and I have a lot of people that write in, and I've picked up some trolls lately that want to tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm on a course that I think is right for me and Bandit, and I am doing my research, and I will cover all of that so that you know what we're doing. Bandit is from Mexico originally. I was in Colorado when I realized, and I talked to my trustee to make sure that he was in agreement that I could probably take care of a dog, because I had lost my 2 senior dogs in 2017. But then my cognitive abilities from my brain injury declined, and I wasn't able to care for a dog anyway, so I didn't get another dog. But then I went on Aricept, and it has given me my life back. And while I still have a brain injury and I can't do math and I can't still read books because of my reading comprehension, I can write and I can do a lot of things, and I can read. I just can't comprehend a full story in a book or anything like that. So I still have a brain injury, and I'm still hoping for complete healing, but I have enough cognitive ability now with my Aricept that I can take care of a dog. So I was in Colorado, and I registered through petfinder.com and through adoptapet.com in 4 different states to look for either a long-haired Chihuahua. I honestly don't remember what all I registered for, like 4 or 5 different small breeds. And Bandit showed up in Nogales, Arizona at the Humane Society there. He popped up in my email one morning. He could not have been any further mileage away from me possible in the states that I was looking for. And I'm like, oh my gosh, of course he's like the furthest point away. But I knew that he was the dog that I wanted, and I started making arrangements to go get him. And if he was like this all the time, life would be wonderful, and life with him is wonderful. But he changes on a dime, and it doesn't always make sense. And it's because he was a bait dog, guys. I can't show you. He would get freaked out if I tried to show you his scars and everything, but the vet showed me that I took him to after I got him from the shelter, and he's just riddled with scars from being a bait dog. They think he was the kind of bait dog, and I didn't even know this existed, where they wrap them and they dangle them down in the pit of dogs to make the other dogs attack them, and they let them get attacked until they're too mangled, and pull them out and let them recover, and then they do it all over again. So I've had 2 different vets that think he's 4 years old, and so that's what we're going with. And I picked him up on the date that 4-year anniversary of when I got my van fancy free. So we kind of have the same, I celebrate my 4-year anniversary and his 4-year birthday at the same time. He was a bait dog. He is missing a chunk out of his tongue. He has a scar on his eye. They didn't pull his teeth, which that's they said that they don't sometimes when they want them to fight back, and really, and so he's learned to be a fighter. He's learned to be a biter. He attacks me. I can go to take his harness off, and see, like right now, he's letting me do whatever I want to do. I'm touching his feet, and and he's like checking me out, making sure it's okay. But last night I went to take his harness off, and he bit me. And I go to wipe his feet sometimes, like it's been raining and it's cold here, and I'll go to wipe his feet, and sometimes he'll let me, and sometimes he bites me. We're working on his food aggression. I can now feed him, and he will sit back until I tell him it's okay, and then he'll eat, but I still can't take food away from him. I am starting to wear gloves to train him so that I can get past the biting. That's his story, and that's his issues. And he's also put holes in my shoes. I've bought a dog collar that says do not pet. I've bought a leash and they're both red, and it says do not pet all over it. I'm training him with a Martingale collar. I don't believe in choke collars. And I'm watching all kinds of videos, and I will put my favorites up in the video description on training for aggressive dogs. And I've worked with aggressive dogs before. I've worked with dogs that will bite, they'll do that, and dogs that don't want to cooperate. I've had foster dogs that I worked with to get them adoptable that wouldn't even come out from underneath furniture. So I've worked with the wide range from timid to aggressive. But what Bandit does, this sweet little guy, see how sweet he can be? What Bandit does is it reminds me of when a dog maybe is attacked, and you've seen it on Nat Geo or something, where an animal is attacked by coyotes, for example, and they fight back like like their life depends on it, and they're going to go down fighting and biting and do as much damage as they can until they die. And that's what he does with me. And he doesn't just do the warning bite or the growl or even give me a look. He just turns into full Cujo, head on, attack me. I've got bite wounds all over me, and like I said, my shoes have holes in them. But I'm not going to give up on him, because he has moments like this, and he's learning sit, he's learning come, he's learning to wait on the food. And I'm going to start working with him now that I have welding gloves. And my friend Sean just gave me some really thick carpenter gloves that are also rubber to protect in case you for nails and hammers and stuff. And I'm going to start working with Bandit more aggressively on getting him through this, because I want him to have a good life, and I want us to have a good life together. And so I will put all of the links to the things that I am using. And I am using calming tabs. These are recommended by my vet. Calming tabs, stress tabs they're called, and rescue remedy. And again, I will put that in the video description so that you can get them through my Amazon affiliate link. I would appreciate that if you're interested in them for your dogs. And we will get through this together, because in 2020 coming up, watch for that video. I think it's on January 1st or 2nd. I can't remember right now. I don't have the calendar in front of me. But for the first week of January, watch for that video and see where all we're going to go. And we're going to go together and do this together in 2020. And it's going to be an epic road trip. We're going to get to see amazing things and go get to friend hop and just do all kinds of wonderful things. And so my baby boy has to get through this, and I have to help him, and I don't want to keep getting eaten up. So we'll do it together, and I just wanted to share this with you, and I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. Tell everybody bye. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. And if you're interested in the behind the scenes story and more info that I don't put on videos, please join us on Patreon. Bye, everybody. Love you. See you down the road. A couple of things that I forgot that I want to share with you. No, I can't even let him play bite. I don't do tug of war or anything like that. And I had a friend, patron, that sent me, let's change sides. It's okay, he likes this side better. That sent me some ideas, and I'm using blankets, and see, I have to correct him. Hold on, you guys. No bite. No bite. We're working on it. I'm going to have to put him down. I'll be right back. Okay, so that was really nothing, but he starts ramping up, and I just didn't want to take the chance, and I want to finish this video. So I went ahead and just put him on his tether and let him hang out and chill. But I can't let him do that baby mouthing anymore. I can't do certain play games with him anymore, because I don't want him, anything where he uses his mouth, we're trying to break away from that. And I was saying that one of my patrons and friends had sent me a list of things to do and reminded me to use a pillow or a board or something, or have one handy at all times for protection, because he really does go full out boar attack. These are the gloves. You can see that they're rawhide enforced, and they have the rubber backing back here if I had to turn my hand to before I could get away or grab him. So, and again, the training videos that I'm working on will be in the video description. But two things that I forgot to mention is that when I can be with someone that I know that he's been around for a while, like right now I'm camped with my friend Giselle and her dog Shasta, and Bandit knows Shasta really well. He is doing really good at being off leash for a little bit and getting more energy out. That's one of the things that I'm working with on him, is getting a lot of his energy out and everything before we do training. But when he's doing really good off leash, he'll go run a little bit and come right back to me. And I only do that very sparingly because I can't take chances with him, and only when I know that I'm away from traffic. So that brings up the thought of traffic and crowds. I didn't realize that he had this potential at my meetup, and I left him around people too much, and I left him with friends to watch for me when I would go and do errands with people at my meetup and everything. Then when me and my friends, about 10 of us, went and camped after the meetup, it turns out that he would bite at like 70% of the people there, like 7 of the people, and I just can't take that chance. And it brings up something. When you are out boondocking, everybody's like, oh, I let my dog run free all the time and everything. That's great for your dog. I'm glad you can trust your dog. But your dog comes into my camp, and it could be World War III. And in addition to that, always be sure that you ask people before you come up to them and their animal if it's okay, because I'm constantly having to tell people, no, please stay away. No, please take your dog away. And they think that I'm just I've had people get so mad at me, even in just regular parks in town, and I'm not talking a dog park. Bandit and I will do the outside of a dog park, and I'm to get him socialized and around other dogs, but I cannot take him into a dog park yet. But people get mad, and they're like, well, what is wrong with you? And anyway, it's for your safety mostly, and for my training purposes, to get him conditioned to where the less opportunity he has to attack until I can get him trained, the better for him in the long run. But also, it's just not safe. So please don't let your dog, your kids, or even you go up to a dog without asking first. This is a whole new ball game for us, but we'll get through it. And again, thank you for being here on this journey with us, everybody. Keep on keeping on. Coco. Hi, Bubby.